Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a great day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. One thing that I was doing, I was looking on YouTube and I listened to the debate between Michael Saylor and Frank Giestra. I think I pronounced his last name right. My opinion is Michael Saylor crushed him. and I don't think Frank did gold any justice. I'm going to give you my opinion. My opinion is going to be a little bit different than probably both these guys. And I'll give you the reasons why. I don't think gold got justice. I don't think precious metals in general, physical precious metals, got justice here. So I'm gonna go through this. This is a Bitcoin gold debate that I watched. I'm not gonna really sum it up. I'm just gonna give you my opinions on it. It was Michael Saylor and Frank Giestra. I listened to this debate and wasn't impressed on either side, really. I think Michael did a much better job in this debate, and Frank did, I think, very poor. I'm going to give my opinion on the topic. Not saying that my opinion has any more weight than these other two people, but I'll give you my viewpoint. So this is what I think Bitcoin is trying to fill. This is what I think the need that wants to be filled. Dollar has an inflation problem. It's inherent in the design of fiat currency systems. So you could just say currencies, any government issued currency. It's not even a government issued. It'd be any Federal Reserve, which isn't necessarily a government entity, but any currency that is created by a Federal Reserve bank has an inflationary problem. It also enslaves the people that use that currency and the control that it has. You look at the cost to transact, which isn't really much. You've got private transactions. That's something that I value. That's a need that I want to be filled. Is I want it to be private and I don't want to be traced. I don't want anyone to know that what I'm transacting and buying. I don't want a ledger. I don't want people to know. I want a barrier to being taxed. I don't want to be taxed. I don't even want to know that anybody knows that what I have. And I want to be out of the system. That's the need that I'm looking to be filled, is right there. I want low cost transactions. I don't want to be inflated away. I want it to be as private as possible. I don't want them to be able to tax me, and I want to be out of their system. They don't have control over me. So here's the Bitcoin pros that I notice. It's gone up a lot. It is easy once you establish an account in order to transact. It's easy. You can do it in your house, and it's being adopted rapidly. Now, a pro isn't really it's gone up a lot. People use that as a pro. So you could take it's gone up a lot, take that out, and it's easy to transact once you've already established an account, but it's a pain in the butt to establish an account. And it's being adopted rapidly because it's gone up a lot. If you take those two out, there's not much pros for Bitcoin in my viewpoint. Now, here's the cons of Bitcoin. You're still in the system. You are still using the internet. You're still using a connective system. It can still be traced. They can tax it. The system is slow. It tracks your transactions. I don't want to be tracked. They know you have an account. They do 1099s on it if you have, quote, gains on it. You still have, it still has a cost to transact, and it can be traced. It was made by man, and it will have problems at some point. It requires a network. It can be manipulated, painting the tape, so to speak, where two people can trade between themselves, pushing prices higher. It has no moat for people to adopt it. There's nothing great about Bitcoin. I can just go do Hashgraph right next to it, and I think Hashgraph is superior to Bitcoin. It requires technology, and technology changes rapidly. It could be obsoleted. Why not? And Bitcoins can be stolen just like anything else. Just like gold, just like paper money, it can be stolen. Gold pros. These are the pros that I see of gold or precious metals. It is out of the system completely. It cannot be taxed easily if you own physical, because most people don't know you own it. You can avoid paying taxes very easily, and a lot of transactions you don't need to pay taxes. It was created by nature. Humans chose this element as money over many years. It has maintained purchasing power with different technologies developing all around it over time. It has value as other uses. Transactions can be made without a trace of evidence. The cons of it. Very, very large transactions of many millions of dollars can be cumbersome. It needs to be stored, and it can be stolen. Just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to be stored. It can be stolen. And when I say large transactions, I can carry over $1 million of gold in my hands in a monster box. That's about $1 million. 500 ounces, it's not really that much to really carry anyway or store. So you're going to have to get into, you're going to have to be hundreds of millionaires. You'd have to have hundreds of millions of dollars that you want to put in gold, where you'd have to have a storage problem, I think. And the uses that win me, gold and any precious metals wins hands down for me, as it's completely out of the system and can protect my wealth from governments. It has been used as a store of value in any environment in any time period. It was created by nature, and all wealth comes from nature, in my opinion. Bitcoin might be the most advanced, most secure network, but it is still fragile. You also need some way to transact Bitcoin. You're going to still have to have a third party transact it. And what happens if that third party says, shut you down? It's like, I don't want that. Nobody wants that. So you've got, that's Coinbase, that's what I'm referring to. And I don't want my information on Coinbase. I don't want my driver's license and all this information on there. Why do I want that on there? So somebody can go steal it? With physical metal, it's like, I'm out of the system. I don't care. When I go and buy something, I don't have to write my name down. They don't know who I am. If I take cash there, there's no transaction. There's nothing tracing me. I'm not trying to say that it's what I'm promoting is illegal. It's just, I don't want to be traced. I want it to be private. I don't want anybody to know what I have. And if that's the case, Bitcoin, you're kind of just, Coinbase is, you have to do 1099. They're going to do all sorts of stuff. And they know that they have it. They can see all the accounts that were created. And maybe they're not supposed to share that information. But you know what? People can hack it. It's just like anything else. Just like our health insurance accounts, they get hacked all the time. Like these networks aren't that secure. They'll figure it out. How do you hack something that's out of the system? Yeah. I'm very much the reason that I own precious metals are all of the reasons that get me out of the system. Bitcoin doesn't do that. People think it does, but it doesn't. And it's a very fragile system. It's made by man, and anything man-made is going to have problems. You've seen Bitcoins that have been stolen. There's been problems with Bitcoin and painting the tape and doing illegal activities. I don't know. I'm not convinced that is the future of our payment system. Just at least not Bitcoin. I think something else might come along. Maybe Hashgraph might be a little bit better. But even when you go and try to buy this stuff, it's not that intuitive. And I don't like that. And going to buy physical metals, I can just go to a website and buy it, or I can go somewhere physically and pay cash for it. Either way. But Bitcoin, I just haven't jumped on board, and I probably never will. But maybe if there's something else that functions very good at transacting value across things, perhaps I might choose that. But it's just as easy to use PayPal and PayPal someone money. It's like almost using an email. It's like, here, I'll email it to you, But Bitcoin, I don't know. I don't want to put all my information up there. It's like, screw it. Let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comment section what you guys think. I'd like to hear your opinions. Thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.